Hello everyone, I just wanted to make a February 2026 update video on my orchids that are currently in bloom. So here we are in my bay window area where I keep all of my orchids that are in bloom and my plants. I have an office which has a little less light but still pretty good light, and that's where I keep the orchids that are not currently in bloom. So I have two orchids that are not blooming this year for some reason, but the rest are. And that is of my phalaenopsis orchids. I have several Oncidiums, and they are not blooming right now, but they should be blooming this summer. One just started producing a flower spike, so I will show you that one shortly. But let's focus on the phalaenopsis today because they are in bloom, as you can see. So here on this table, we'll start at the right. I have a mini phal right here with gorgeous flowers. Let's see if we can focus. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, mini phal that is blooming. All of its flowers are in bloom right now. This is the oldest orchid in my collection. I've had it for 4 years. You can see all of the roots. It has a ton of roots. It's growing all outside of the pot, but that is fine. It is extremely healthy and thriving, and you can see it has a bunch of buds right here. This flower spike is longer than last year and has more buds. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th one, and let's see if that is a 9th. Now up here in the hanging baskets, this is the first time. This is the first reblooming for this orchid here. It's hard to tell, but on the lip, there is some yellow on the lip. But this is a beautiful orchid that I love. The flowers have a watercolor / tie-dye look to them. Watercolor / tie-dye. And they're beautiful. This is a first time bloomer for me. I got this orchid last year. Up here, just opening today, is this beautiful miniature lavender orchid. It has like a dark purple, almost a blue or violet color lip with a little gorgeous. I love that deep dark purple. It has a blue hue to it, and then some gold, some yellow back there by the pollen. We have another flower opening up here. These are the two orchids in my hanging baskets, doing great. I have a standard orchid here. You can see the spike is still growing. This one's looking great. This is one of my Oncidiums. It has put out 3 new bulbs. 1, 2, 3. They are obviously not in bloom. Maybe they'll bloom later on this year or this summer. I hope so, but this is doing very well. I'm super excited. And this is one of my prized pots this year. This is a community pot of 3 miniature orchids that I planted. We have the beautiful miniature, looks like a Hawaiian sunset, like a mini version of the Hawaiian sunset. So hard to focus on the orchids for some reason. And then we have this one right here, beautiful like a sherbet, like tequila sunrise lip. They're pink, orange, peach, orange sickle, and then we have these white flowers. Oh, there's so much going on in the frame right now that it's very difficult to focus on the details of the orchids because of everything else that is grabbing the camera's attention. But this is one of my favorite pots this year. And then this is probably my favorite orchid. Oh, I just really want to focus on the flower. I'm trying to block out all the other stuff. But this is like a fuchsia with tiger vibes in there. You know, tiger stripes. It's hard to see, but back in there on the back part of the lip, it's actually like stripes, orange and gold. How do we focus? Oh my gosh. You can see it's like stripes back there. I love this plant. I love these flowers. They're gorgeous. These are my first ones to bloom. So they've been around for a couple weeks now, but they still look amazing. I have another Oncidium here. Not flowering, but it did put off 2 new bulbs. 1, 2 back there, doing great. This is another standard orchid, as you see, still in bud. Another standard, still in bud. This one, this is the second or third time that it's blooming for me. This is the first time that this one is blooming for me. And since I bought it in the store, it's actually been 2 years since I replanted it. So it's taken a little longer than normal to rebloom for me, but here it is. This is my experimental miniature orchid in a glass jar. I'm trying to see if I can grow orchids in a glass vase, rather, like many of the Eastern European orchid growers do. They have tremendous success growing their orchids in glass vases or glass vessels with no drainage holes, and their orchids are amazing. So I wanted to see if I could do it too. And the orchid looks really, really healthy. The roots are really enjoying the light. Really enjoying the light that they're getting. Nice and green. Yeah. And this is a miniature orchid that produces white flowers with a lip similar to this one, a deep orange and yellow lip with a little bit of red markings on it. So this is a beautiful orchid. And then one of my favorites this year, believe it or not, is this little mini orchid because it's so clean. The petals are pied, and you can see they have those purple dots, but the dots are not all the same. As you can see, they're not all the same. And I like that. Kind of like cow dots or something. And this orchid is looking so clean and so classy this year. If I had an office desk, this is the one that I would put on my office desk because it looks so clean and classy. Anyways, I'm loving that one. And then I have my holiday cactus, my succulents right here, my Dracaena reflexa, Song of India, and I have a bunch of vines growing out of the base. I have my Dracaena propagations there. Another Oncidium orchid that has put off a new bulb right here, but it is not in bloom. This is the Oncostelle Everglades Elegance, Nancy Lee. This has bloomed for me before. It has beautiful blooms. Here's another Oncidium. This is one that I bought maybe 3 years ago from Trader Joe's. It was a no ID Oncidium, but the colors are orange creamsicle colored. And this has bloomed for me once or twice before, I think twice before. And it just started producing another chunky, hefty flower spike right there. This is the newest bulb, which you can see is pretty advanced, pretty developed, and this is the gorgeous flower spike. I'm so excited. Another Oncidium. This is the newest bulb, and it is the Oncidium, aka Baby for Sherry Baby Raspberry Chocolate. And then this is my Cattleya. I forget the name of this Cattleya. It's a purple and orangey yellow Cattleya. Since I got it last year, it has put off this new leaf, which is a little on the small side, but hey, new leaf, I'll take it. And this, which I think is a new bulb or a new tube. I don't think it's going to flower. I don't think that's a flower. Honestly, this is my one and only Cattleya. First time I'm growing Cattleyas. So honestly, I'm not sure. All I know is that this has been a very slow growing plant, even though it's been in the window. It seems to be loving the sun. Beautiful color to the leaves and everything, so I don't think it's getting too much sun. But it's just been growing very slowly. It only put off one leaf, and this thing, and this thing is growing very slowly. So that's okay. One day it will flower, I'm confident. Another holiday cactus of mine. This is a yellow holiday cactus. Very unusual and very gorgeous. And yes, this is my current collection of orchids in bloom. I can't wait for the other orchids that are going to be blooming. I have 5 more. Wait, let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more orchids that are going to be blooming this spring. So I will make another video update to show you all. Thank you very much.